Hey everyone. Now, I've got an important lesson to share with you tonight. How well are you getting attention from the marketplace? Ian Marsh here. I'm going to share a very powerful formula with you tonight. And don't worry, it's not going to take very long, but the next 10 minutes or so will instantly improve the results you're getting in your marketing. I can promise you. What I'm going to do is share with you a formula that I discovered actually around the year 2001. And when I started to apply this in all of my marketing, my results went through the roof. In fact, so effective were they that they dominated the marketplace, and I got a disproportionate share of the available market. How cool was that? Well, stand by because that's exactly what I'm going to share with you. And the good news is, it is so easy. So, what is this powerful formula? How is it so effective? Well, before I reveal that to you, I want to just share something else, and here it is. I'm gonna, depending on what my technology does with me, will depend on how effectively I can share this with you. However, I am hoping that you are now looking at a magazine cover, and on that magazine cover, you're going to see some headlines. Oh my goodness, People exclusive, The Bachelor betrayal. What is that doing, ladies and gentlemen? What are you instantly seeing when you look at the cover of this magazine? There's a name for it. I want you to think about it. But let's just quickly look to another one, shall we? How about we go to this one? Oh, goodness me, I've finally had enough. You got Patty and Bert, those of you young enough to remember this dynamic couple. What are you seeing right here, ladies and gentlemen? Are you not seeing headlines? And what are the headlines doing? Aren't they doing one thing and one thing only? Aren't they on a mission to grab your attention? I mean, it's pretty obvious when you look at it. And so here's an instant marketing lesson for all of you that are in business, and that is, go to your nearest shopping centre or news agent and just grab the latest magazines. Take them home and look at the headlines on them, because you'll get the best copywriting lessons by watching those headlines and applying them to your business. They're doing an age-old thing, ladies and gentlemen, and that is, they're doing whatever it takes to grab your attention. So hopefully I've grabbed your attention now, and I know I'm not looking at you. I'm being very rude right now, but there's a reason for that. And it's because I want to help you understand, when you have a look at what you're doing in your marketing, there's a very, very good chance, this is just a simple fact, that 95% of you do very, very little to grab the attention of your marketplace. Am I right? Think about with your business cards, for example. Okay, are you trying to grab attention and stand out with your business cards? Have a look at them. Are they something fancy pantsy, or are they very plain vanilla with just your name, rank, serial number, and not much else on them? Well, why do you have a business card, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't it so that they grab attention? In fact, if I had a thought about it, I would have had a couple of my business cards here to share with you today. But if you hand a business card to somebody, does it have any compelling reason as to why they should reach out and why they should do business with you? I very much doubt that's the case. Well, I'm going to share something with you now. This is a mind map, okay? And this mind map, I'm just going to put a few points out there for you to consider. Now, think about this with your business. In your business, you have a mission, and that is to make sure that you stand out over and above all of your competitors. Now, again, having a look at this mind map I've put here, I want to just speak to the main mission you have with all your marketing, and this is where the formula comes in. And that is that, now, and maybe you should grab a pen and paper to write this down, because it really will put instant dollars into your back pocket if you do. The main thing, the first thing, the critical thing you have to do with any marketing that you have is to grab someone's attention. How do you do that? Well, our favorite is emotional direct response marketing. You must hit the emotions of your marketplace as you're speaking to them. Now, a prime example were some great clients of ours. They own one of the best horse float businesses in Australia now, and it's called Equilux. What they did was, first, they listened to me, but secondly, instead of trying to sell their horse floats, they understood the clients aren't concerned about buying a horse float. What the clients were concerned about doing was having a safe way to get from point A to point B when they're taking their best friend, their horse, to their events, to their gymkhanas, to their pony clubs. They're driving 3 or 4 ton of animal and horse float to a destination, and anybody, that's a bit of a scary thing. So rather than selling a horse float, Equilux looked at it after we brainstormed, and they said, okay, well, how about let's work out how to get from point A to point B stress-free, okay? And so that is what we were sharing with the marketplace. Can you see the emotion coming in there? And again, if you want a horse float, this is a free plug to Equilux. Go check them out. They are the best people on the planet. Alex and James, tell them I said hello. So get attention, okay? That's how they got attention. How can you get attention? Then you need to arouse interest, okay? So how can you generate that interest in what you have to say? So once you've grabbed attention and you've aroused the interest, and the interest might be by asking a question, okay? So for example, are you tired of your marketing not getting the results you hoped for? Well, that's you maybe realizing, well, that's me generating interest in your marketing. Is this making sense? I hope so. Now, the next thing is then it pays to tell an interesting story, because as soon as somebody tells a story, see, I remember when I first started and I had no idea about business and marketing and how to get ahead. I had trouble at the end of the week meeting all my bills, because it wasn't until... Now, what did I just do, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully, I grabbed your attention because I started to tell a story. So stories sell, ladies and gentlemen. Facts tell, but stories sell. So tell an interesting story. And here is the critical thing. This is one of the big game changers in my companies when I go out there and I want to grab a large portion of the marketplace, is I offer an incentive, because I want you to all understand people do not like making decisions. So it is your responsibility to help persuade them and give them a compelling reason to act now. Because I promise you, probably in your industry, just like in mine, there are some people that are fantastic at what they do, and there are other people that aren't so good. So if you are great at what you do, it is your responsibility to persuade your market to do business with you, because then you're going to be able to look after them the very best that you can and not let some other person take advantage of them. Do you see where I'm coming from there? I really do feel it's my responsibility to do everything I can in my power to persuade you to be guided by me and put your trust in me. Why? Well, I believe I've got the ability to help you and to assist you in achieving your business goals. That's why I'm very passionate about what I do, and I'm very selective with the clients that I take on, because I want to be sure I can help them. And it should be exactly the same with you, that you give it everything you've got so that you can guide and persuade and show somebody that you are the only logical choice for them. So how do you do that? Well, one way is with an ethical bribe. See, I'm happy to actually share with someone or help someone or teach someone before I even ask them to make a commitment to me. It's called an ethical bribe. So what can you do there for an ethical bribe? And then the call to action, ladies and gentlemen. I see so often that so many people don't put a call to action in their marketing. So here's what happens again when I see marketing that's out there, is most businesses, they're plain vanilla. They're very boring. They don't give anyone a reason to do business with them. What I want you to do is to be fancy pantsy. I want you to actually give them a reason. Make it compelling for them. Have that nice ice cream with all the flavoring and a nice cherry on top, so that they can decide to do business with you and you look after them to the very best of your ability. So again, some simple actions for you from tonight are simply, first, like my page, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the information. I'd really appreciate that. And 2, look at your messaging, look at all of your marketing, look at your business cards, look at the signs on your building, look at the ads that you're putting into your marketing, wherever they may be, on your billboards, in your Facebook, on your YouTube, wherever it is. Does it fit this magical formula here? Get attention, arouse interest, tell an interesting story, offer incentives, a reason for people to act now, because people will always come up with a reason to act later, and a call to action, okay? And remember, always always stand out. Again, I hope that sinks in for all of you, because when I really understood and I started applying this formula to all of my marketing, the results were quite amazing, and you're going to find it as well. And I would love you to give me information. Let me know the effect that these insights that I share with you, very expensive lessons, might I add, that I've learned over many years. I hope they're helping you in your business. You apply them in your organization, and I'd just love to get the feedback from you. All right, until next week, take care. Be street smart, not sheep smart. And remember, stand out, ladies and gentlemen. Bye for now.